Sup, Mr. Misters, it's Mr. Eric. Saturday, November 6, 2021. Went to the warehouse this morning, packaged my orders. One of the orders I got was for a book about rope bondage. If you don't know what rope bondage is, well, let me just explain it this way. Imagine using a rope to tie somebody up so that you have full control over them. That way you can do things to them. I'm not going to explain any more than that. Use your imagination, because if you're under 18, I'm not going to be preaching this to you. I am no way interested in rope bondage. Would I ever do it? Probably only with somebody I trust, like my future wifey. But other than that, heck no, I think it is very taboo. However, if you're into rope bondage, feel free to leave a like. Just to cover my bases though, I had to read the name off the shipping label of who was purchasing this book, just to make sure it was not Brian Laundrie's ghost. Because if it was, I would be contacting the FBI right now, and I'd be in on that case. I know that case is closed because Brian Laundrie is dead, because Steve will do it and Bradley Martin found him. But who knows, if his ghost is still around, that's a big problem. Your daughters better watch out. Okay, so once that was all set and off to the post office going to Brian Laundrie's ghost, I came back to the warehouse and started filming one of these daily blog videos. And in the middle of filming this video, I get a strange knock on the door. And guess who it is? It's Brian Laundrie. No, it's not Brian Laundrie. It's actually the beloved Mr. Josh Grooms, my shoe-selling neighbor. Him and I start talking about our business plan for this bin donation box thing that we have going on. I've been talking about it for the past couple days, but Mr. Josh Grooms and I are getting serious about it. After I called the property owners yesterday and gave Josh Grooms an update, he was fully invested in doing research on this insurance thing, and he did do his homework. He told me that in order to get us covered insurance-wise, our best bet is to file a dual partnership LLC. So basically, we'd be creating our own business together. We'd be partners in this business. That way, we could share the LLC insurance. We could share the money that comes in with no problems, no worries about the state hassling us for different things. So I was like, bet, that sounds like a great idea. I've done an LLC in the past. Apparently, Josh Grooms doesn't have an LLC because he doesn't need one. Technically, I don't need one either, but I feel better that I do. I also learned the process. So I told Josh Grooms, all right, how about you do more research on Monday, maybe talk to somebody about this insurance that we'd have to get, and then once that's all set, I can start setting up an LLC for us via LegalZoom like I did before. Then we'll split the money. And he's like, bet. Now, Josh Grooms is a very smart guy. I look up to him. He's very wise when it comes to business. He's been doing this longer than I have, since he's in his 30s, and I'm only 23. So whenever somebody knows that much, I try to pick their brain a bit. And he actually gave me this whole plan that he has for these bins now. He's thinking that we can have our routes, so I could take 3 donation bins, he can take 3 if we have 6, and on our way home each night we could pick up our own things, and then we get an estimate of how long it takes for each bin to fill up. Once we get that estimate, we can change our routes, change our plans for when we do pickups. And then all the stuff we want to take, so books for me and then shoes for him, we'll keep for ourselves. The rest of the stuff we'll put in Gaylords, and then we could sell those Gaylords to resellers, individuals, or to thrift stores, because apparently Josh Grooms knows that Red, White, and Blue thrift store in Waterbury, they actually purchase all their stuff. So maybe they could be a buyer from us, which would be great, because if they have books, they can give me books, I can give them that stuff, and then Josh Grooms, they could give him shoes or whatever. So it could be a win-win situation. Now, this is all going to be a long time in the making. We have to be patient, do it step by step. Nothing is overnight ever. If you want instant gratification, well, go to the casino and lose, because there's no instant gratification in business. It is all a long process, and you have to take risks. It's really like a game. Business is a game. You got to move your pieces like they're chess, and then you got to like anticipate what's going to happen next. You're playing against your competition at all times. I'm playing against all the other booksellers out there. I'm trying to do something different. There's a lot of people who just do FBA and follow that process. I am no longer doing that. I have my own process now, which I'm happy about. It could be better. Everything can always be better. I want to get there. It's not to where I want it to be yet. Will I ever get there? I don't know. You just got to keep working on it. My goal is to just move this business onto somebody else like John. I could can still make money off of it while he makes money off of it. All right, so this talk with Josh Grooms, it lasted a while. I felt very confident in these donation bins once we were all set. So I walked back in here pretty happy. I did not resume filming my videos because I know he's next door. And for some reason, I have this weird thing in my mind. When I know somebody's listening to me while I'm recording a video, I cannot perform. I don't even know if you like how I record these videos. I really don't care. I like how I record them. All I want to do is watch myself in the future. I know it sounds kind of weird, but that's the way it is. But I just can't, like, talk to myself when other people are watching. Have you ever talked to yourself when other people are watching you? Probably not. Unless you got, you know, I'm not going to go into there because you're going to be offended. Yeah, screw that. Okay, so instead of recording, I get straight to listing. I do some Amazon listings, then I get straight into the eBay vintage stuff, the older stuff that needs research done. I get my photos done, get them on the shelves. Then I ask John if he wants to come help, and he says sure. So he comes, he brings me mom's food from home, which is delicious, sweet potatoes and chicken. I heat it up in the microwave while I eat. I tell John he's going to go into the Gaylord and scan stuff, so he does that no problem. And then it's time for me to leave early again. I'm not going to see Mr. Andrew Leonard today. I am actually going to see a girl. Whoa! Same girl as last time? Nope. This is a different girl. This girl I met on Tinder. I'm not proud of that. But what really attracted me was the fact that she's a teacher. I've never met a teacher, like, in person before, so that was my driving force. I don't know if I was physically attracted to her or whatever, but I like to pick people's brains, so who other brain to pick out than a teacher? I've never done that before, so why not? So I prepare for this meeting with this girl. We go to this restaurant called Archie Moore's in Wallingford, and we sit there and we talk. Now, at first, it's like small talk, like, what do you do? What do I do? All that boring stuff. But I'm telling you, deep into this conversation, it got really freaking cool. I started asking her about the female perspective to life, and she was talking to me about how females are very picky. She actually pulled out her phone and started swiping through Tinder and gave me all her subconscious thoughts that were going through her mind as she's picking guys. She has, like, criteria. If the dude looks like he took all the photos in the same day, it's a no-go. If a dude has a selfie where he's, like, winking at the camera, no-go. If half a dude's pictures or even a fourth of the dude's pictures are with other guys, friends, then it's a no-go. She wants somebody who's confident in themselves. I don't know what I did right in my pictures, but I guess she liked it, so she was down to hang out. Some other stuff I learned is that girls have to be very safe nowadays. That's why they're very picky, and that's why it takes them a while to warm up to stuff. Girls understand that they are physically weaker than men. It's a straight fact. Go to the gym. You will see that women are physically weaker than men. I'm talking straight up bodybuilding, lifting weights, all that stuff. If you put a man who's never worked out and a woman who's never worked out right next to each other, chances are the dude is going to lift more weight. Now, women are aware of this. Liberal women, all these feminists, they're going to claim that they're not, but they have this subconscious safety thing going on in their mind that proves that they are aware of this difference in men and women. Women are safe because they know that any dude can strangle them, beat them up without any hesitation. That's why they have to be cautious before they hang out with the dude. So if somebody gives them weird vibes right off the bat, they're just gonna ghost them. No questions asked. Women are also aware that they're in charge nowadays. Women know that guys are gonna flock to them left and right if they're at least decent looking. Women have more options than men do. That's why women can be more picky. Men, they can pound anything. Like, if she's a 2 and the man is desperate enough, he will pound it just for the satisfaction. Women, no. They need more stimulation. They need more connection. God, like, the whole time we were talking about this, I was, like, very fascinated. Like, I love learning about how females think for some reason because it's very confusing to me. I feel like men are just straightforward. I like you because you look good. Women's thoughts on guys? No. You gotta have some financial stability. You gotta wanna have goals. You gotta have all this stuff. It's so much more different. I was even talking to Mark Konopka about this once. But when a girl is checking a guy out, they are looking at everything. They're looking at their shoes. They're looking at their nails. If they have dirty nails, guess what? You're probably a blue-collar worker, and I don't want that. I want somebody who's more upper class making more money. They can tell all that stuff just by how you look like. It is very freaky. Guys, on the other hand, all we look at is boobs and butt and face. That's about it. And if it looks good to us, we're gonna want it. Now, for all you women watching, I'd love to hear your perspective. I don't even know if there's any women watching, but please, if you are, leave a comment or like shoot me a DM on Instagram, because I one day want to figure out the formula. Maybe I could write a book on it. Maybe I could do a podcast on it. I have no clue. I just need to understand more. I need more facts. I need more opinion. I need more perspective on women. Okay, so all in all, this girl and I talk about it for like 2 hours. It's insane. We end up taking it to the car because it's freezing cold out, and we talk about it in the car. And I'm not going to talk about what happens after that because I don't think you need to know. I'm not saying anything crazy happened, but I just want to leave it at that. I do not like to get into personal details of my relationship, dating life like that. I just like to give perspective on how it goes, maybe give my plan to how it goes. Other than that, I am not giving you any crazy details. If you want crazy details, you're gonna have to meet me in person. You're gonna have to hang out with me to talk about it. All right, so I go home after that, and I wish I could go straight to bed, but I do not. I know that this Monday I have an orientation happening for my new nursing job at St. Francis Hospital, and there's some modules I have to complete online. So I do some of those modules. I don't get them all done because I'm really exhausted, so I go straight to sleep, and that's about it. Till tomorrow, more modules. Peace.